And looking ahead to Everton, the same is probably true because it's a derby match. It's a bit of a cliche that form goes out the window, but probably in no other derby match has that been more relevant than the Merseyside derby, certainly at Goodison Park in recent years, because, as you mentioned, Liverpool have had a pretty poor record compared to what you'd expect them to have. Haven't lost many games, but obviously lost their last season. It'll be, unless they're drawn together in the Cup, it will be the last Merseyside derby at Goodison Park. The atmosphere for that one is going to be huge as well. It's a potential banana skin, which I think more so for Liverpool than it would be anyone else really going there in the league right now. I'd be more confident of Arsenal going to Goodison Park and getting a win than Liverpool, because Everton do seem to raise that game and get a draw. But as you alluded to earlier, it's one that Klopp struggled to get with, but Slot has made a good habit of sort of ticking off these things that even Klopp couldn't do so far. The win against Real Madrid, such a dominant performance against Manchester City. This could potentially be just the latest one that he ticks off.
Yeah, it's a real chance for him, really, because I've been to so many Goodison derbies down the years and seen a lot of draws, a lot of kind of difficult ones. Obviously, that defeat last season as well. And I just think with Klopp, he never kind of seemed to, I don't know whether the emotion of the occasion or it was kind of his heavy metal football style didn't really suit the fact that Everton, it's really clear for them what they always have to do in these games, which is to kind of ruin them, to turn them into a scrap. And for Liverpool, he never kind of seemed to be the calm presence in these games where they're just trying to move the ball around, trying to shift their shape, trying to pen them in. It was kind of, I don't know if Klopp was quite an emotional manager, but they kind of wanted to get involved in the scrap themselves, and never then, it's Everton dragging them down to their level almost, and Liverpool not showing the quality. So I think Slot's maybe going to approach it in a slightly different way, and he is more comfortable with his side being in control and being patient and taking the time over things, not rushing it, not trying to force it. So hopefully this could be a test that kind of suits his style of football, and maybe if he can get that first win at Goodison Park, particularly in the last Goodison derby, as it could be, or certainly the last League One, that would be pretty incredible, really. And again, it's just another tick in the box. And as I say, if you back up a win over Newcastle by doing that at Everton, then you start to wonder where the issues are going to arise for Liverpool outside of those injuries. It's a big week but games that feel winnable, and if they do win them, then I think, again, hugely convinced that Liverpool are going to go on and lift this title.
Yeah. Any extra danger, do you think, from Everton, considering Sean Dyche's job might be under threat? There's rumours around that, and the takeover seems imminent.
Yeah, I think the worry for Liverpool is if Dyche is sacked before it, because we know that can give teams a lift and make it more tricky. So I think Liverpool will hope that he hobbles on until then. I mean, I don't think Everton would make a change until the takeover's gone through, so that might be helpful for Liverpool. We'll have to see whether that comes now. But again, I'm sure they give Dyche a couple of games, the new owners as well, because again, I don't think they're at risk of going down. I just think there clearly are 3 teams that are worse than them, so I don't think they're really at risk of that. So I think Liverpool could probably do with Sean Dyche still being in charge by the time this game comes around, and then if he is, Everton's form and if they approach the game in the right way, they should be winning it and taking a slightly different sort of tact and approach into this game that they did under Jurgen is probably the way to go about doing that.